have a lot of hops and a lot of barley, and it won't matter as long as you have a lot of both. The bitterness balance will kind of even out. So we feel like this is the beer that when you go to drink it, you're like, hey, you should really get into craft. You should try beers. It allows you to kind of introduce people and pull them in. Basically like the weed of drugs. Your weed is for drugs. This is for beer. So the hard stuff comes later.
It's a joke. We're working on Hanson bourbon, but obviously that takes a little longer.
So we'll get you down there. You won't remember anything. No, but in all, it definitely is. It's definitely the invitation in to try what we think is not only a great beer, but the whole scene of craft beer. And one thing we're really excited about is to be able to be just a very small part of the scene of really passionate people that are starting businesses, starting their own craft beers, developing businesses all over the country, and kind of being that thing that people kind of pursue. When we first started getting into craft beer was from a lot of our travel. You get to visit a city and you hear about something that's going on.
Well, it's actually one of the ongoing things from city to city. Well, what's a good local brewery? What's a good local beer? Because there has been such an explosion in the U.S. And really the U.S. is leading in this particular area, which is very cool to be kind of at the beginning of an ever-growing trend of, oh yeah, there's a small brewery in this town or that town that you can really only get in that city because it's that small. And so you get the opportunity to really try stuff, and then some of those will end up growing and hopefully become really well-recognized national brands. And many have begun to do that in the last 20 years as things have really started to grow immensely in the craft beer world. And in a lot of ways, the comparison to the modern music business and the modern beer business is actually pretty remarkably similar. You have a lot of very passionate people who are excited about their craft, that brewing of that beer, that writing of that song, and they are, taking a lot of risk getting out there and day by day, city by city, bar by bar, taking that opportunity.
Are you talking about musicians or brewers?
Well, that's actually bar by bar. And so it's really fun to have the opportunity to, be doing this on such a both big and small scale at the same time.
Okay, so do we have any questions you guys like to throw at us on craft beer stories? On questions related to craft beer? You have one? Yes. So the beer is officially launching here at Epcot, and it's our way of knowing just how great of a place Florida can be for the craft beer. Do you guys want to see it around Orlando and Florida? Yes, we plan to share the beer throughout Florida following this, but starting with Epcot.
So limited release here at Epcot, and then we will grow beyond that. The beer is actually available here at the festival. You can actually purchase a 6-pack of Mmmhops here, which is the very first time it's available in Florida. So we're excited. Thank you very much to Epcot for doing that. It's very fun for us, and hopefully you guys get the opportunity to check it out.
Well, one of the other ways it connects to our two worlds is you can actually get music with the beer, which of course for you guys, you're on the inside track, many of you who already know whatever is going on with Hanson Records, but we're in a band, you guys know that? So we thought thinking about the opportunity to spread what we do in other artists as well. We love the idea of creating scanning a QR code so you actually get a song. You get a chance to introduce people, and as the beer evolves, it's kind of a cool way to connect the two worlds. You scan the QR code to get a song. Any other questions? Anyone?
They need to be about beer.
Yeah, your hot chicken question. So I see you've got your Hop Jam Beer Festival shirt on. We launched the beer festival in our hometown back in May, which was awesome. Music and beer. And she was asking if we had another beer. We did actually sort of try we did a farmhouse ale, which we were really proud of, that came out just at that festival. You didn't get to try it?
It was another pun. Yes. It's called Festive Ale. Yes. At our festival.
Yes. Get it? That's a slow burn right there.
I really wanted
Yes, we did. We got a lot of great feedback about that beer. It's kind of a summer beer, and so we'll probably launch it officially once it's getting hot. It's always hot here, but in most everywhere. But
It's always summer in Florida.
Any other questions? Yes. Way in the back, she's like, yes!
Do you actually plan to open your own brewery, or do you kind of continue to like?
Do we plan to open our brewery? So we brew, right now we brew with another Oklahoma brewer, which they're fantastic, Mustang. And Oklahoma laws are kind of crazy on craft beer breweries. But yes, we do. The plan is to have our own facility specifically. So, and hopefully you'll be able to come visit it once it's there. Exactly. Come out, give a tour. It's a drunk temple.
It's always okay to be drunk here at the brewery.
Our message is not to
We live in Oklahoma.
to get drunk.
It's okay to be drunk.
Sorry. We are very excited that so many of you guys have come not only to see us talk and make jokes about beer, but to see the shows. You guys going to join us later for the music? We want to thank Disney and Epcot for bringing Mmmhops in. I want to give a round of applause to them for making it happen. We're really excited to see that grow. And we're also going to take a few minutes and meet many of you guys and also sign your Mmmhops bottles if you guys have purchased one here and get to say hello and take photos. So thank you guys for joining us for our little talk. Thanks for joining us.